I wish I could actually do the one line that he was actually, I could probably do a little bit. So here we go. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Okay, that's it. That's a brief teaser of what's happening. And obviously, there are probably bears in the field. You never know. But hey, this is Charlie Chaz from CGM3 Productions. Sullivan County resident, enjoying the great March weather. Finally, it finally warmed up, which was absolutely. But besides a couple of days with the cold weather, we can make it. So obviously, I'm kind of like getting my shirt ready and everything else, and I'm just kind of doing this a little bit, so you get to see the full Magnus. Okay, what happened this weekend? Well, precursor. Starting off like as of Wednesday of last week, or as of last week, um, the great Captain Eddie Wilson from WVOS interviewed one of the finest, most amazing gentlemen ever. And right now they are living in Long Island, but the band based out of the South moved up to Long Island, and they have much a following up there. They actually broke a record deal up there. I'll be showing video, hopefully on some of the networks. In fact, I'm going to probably show the video here on this YouTube on my page. And it was absolutely fundamentally fun. It was electrifying. It was amazing. And interviews galore, from Eddie Wilson from WVOS to the amazing Barry Lewis. You can see that right there, from the Sullivan County Democrat. Thank you, Barry. And absolutely an amazing interview with Randy Jackson. Now, obviously, the other guys have been, they're hanging out and they're having a good time with that. But last Saturday night, actually last Saturday, was an absolutely joy, an excellent, excellent thing, excellent time. And at the Bethel Woods Performing Arts Center event gallery. And what a beautiful place it is. I mean, I did have some pictures. Unfortunately, my phone actually started to have its little mind. So due to technical difficulties, there was no pictures. But however, I did get I got some great video, and it's like really sit back, and I'm starting playing around with it. And I'm like, oh, this is what it is now. Oh, okay. So call me chemo brain, call me what have you. Just keep in mind, I was in row H, seat number 2, great spot. Saw some stuff. Kept looking in the back, and there was the bar back there, and then obviously, yeah, the gentlemen who were working hard to put the show together, and they did absolutely good job. So kudos going to the stage crew, the sound guys, and everything else, because that's what I used to do as a stagehand and stage manager at the Villa Roma. And not only that, working radio. And radio, my God, it's absolutely amazing, because they did AOR. These guys were on AOR. And they were on, kind of like top 40 radio. It was on, MTV, with the videos and, mixed culture. So it was absolutely, engaging. It was absolutely amazing. And I'm talking about the amazing band out of Long Island, officially, even though from the South. They're called Zebra. And a magical night. Now, keep this in mind. When I was 30, 25, 30, kind of hitting into the 40s, I always wanted to go up to like Poughkeepsie, to the Chance with the WPDH crew. By the way, happy anniversary, WPDH. It's their 50th anniversary, as you may know, this year. They were performing up at the Chance in Poughkeepsie, Middletown, New Paltz, different areas. Obviously, the entire city area in Long Island, and even in Monticello. Yes, there was bar in Monticello, New York, with called the Underground, and I was right between Route 42 and Broadway. And I never realized they played there. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, this is how ironic and how, how it, basically boiled down to. So, and, I just said, like, it was just a mystical, magical, amazing night for 50 years with this band, you know, very, very down to earth, very, very gentlemanlike. You had a percussionist, you know, 78 years of age, doing a he did a phenomenal drum solo, and that's what's going to be featured hopefully in a few, in a few days, maybe a couple hours. We'll wait and see what's going on. We'll just do a download with it and just gonna have a little fun with it. But at the event gallery, they performed every song. They had every track listing, and some of them, remembered, from the first album, from Tell Me What You Want, their big hits on that album, to the next album with the zebra, with the chest, chest thing. And obviously, I'm a Tri-Valley Bear alumni, so Bears, it's absolutely, it was kind of, I was put a big smile on my face, and when they did it, and they sounded so tight, they sounded amazing, and I'm really impressed with Randy with his, with his guitar features, his licks, obviously with the double, guitar. It was absolutely it's absolutely energetic. It was magical. The keyboardist, everybody was really, really, amazing with it. And obviously with the crew over at the, again, at the Bethel Woods Performing Arts Center, they did an amazing job. Yet the show, if you remember their history and their magic, they were very grateful. They were gracious enough to just perform for us the last 50 years, 51 years now. And it was absolutely a treasure for me, a gem for me, and especially what I'm going through right now. I'm kind of tying this in one way or another. It was my birthday month, obviously, and it was one of the best birthday gifts ever for myself that actually did it. So I'm actually proud of myself for going there. And, even though I'm going through some tough times with with pancreatic and liver cancer, stage 4, it was one of the best shows ever and uplifted. And the power of music and the cover bands and what you really do, it's magical. It brings a smile to my face. It brings me the strength. And, it makes me want to go on and, see another show. So they absolutely raised the bar. And I'm saying, I'm praising them. And I'm like I said, I hope you guys come back in the area. I want to see you guys again because you guys are amazing. Amazing trio. Been following them all these years. Even though, like I said, here's a person who's been a stage manager, a DJ, on-air personality, and really kind of missed enjoying. Now I'm enjoying it as a rock fan, as a concert goer, having a good time, having a sip of ginger ale, obviously the choice, and just enjoying and just enjoy the quality. The sound was absolutely amazing. And again, Zebra was a very much tight-knit, very tight band. It was, the riffs were amazing. The drum solo was amazing. And again, a percussionist who's at 78 years of age, it was absolutely magical. It was absolutely amazing. So I give, a lot of kudos for it, and I give a lot of credit to these guys. Randy, your voice is amazing. You still have the high pitch. And my question to you, Randy, is this. When you get to those high pitches, how do you strengthen up your, vocal cords? And then how do you project it? Obviously, everything you have to project from the diaphragm up without that, but you can hear it. It was so sincere, very, very sweet, high pitches. And I'm just wondering, does he have like hot tea or lozenges or something like that to cool the neck? Because when you get up to a certain age and you try to get to those high peaks, that's very, and very impressive with it. So, and it was just a real magical night last Saturday night. The Saturday night before was Zeppelin. Again, I got the concert gear. And I finally got, and you know what's ironic? Between the two shows, took amazing pictures, saw the encore right up front, with them, with Led Zeppelin. Thank you, ladies. And thank you, Charlene. I really appreciate it. And the crew out of Long Island. And here comes Zebra. And, it just seems like, very fit. And you say, just want an autograph or just, making my own way around and just making it out there and just, doing it. Maybe I'll check out their website and see if I can get, a couple CDs that's autographed already, with it, and have it as part of my collection. So it's something, a lineage, it's a treasure. And right now, what any band, from a tribute band, from Led Zeppelin, Kiss, Depeche Mode, depends on what it is, or real life Zebra, that's a legacy. They're legends. They're very much legends. And I got to tell you something, legends, they offer a tribute, and I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit more. So, to Randy and the crew and Bethel Woods, thank you so much. It was absolutely amazing. And maybe there's going to be a couple more things coming up. So, and yeah, I'm going to be busy right now because we're preparing something very, very special later on this year. And I'll explain it on the next video or next few videos on while we're here. But Zebra definitely raised the bar the other night. And that's a win for me. And they came, they saw, and they kicked butt on the hollow grounds of Woodstock, aka Bethel Woods Performing Arts Center. And again, happy 20th anniversary to the Bethel Woods Performing Arts Center. If you haven't been up there, please check it out. It's getting warmer out, so I think, the lawn or the field, immerse yourself with the field, and you can feel the ambience and everything else, and their displays. So it's absolutely amazing. So on that note, it's getting kind of dark. I'm preparing for 2020 for number 25 chemo. Make sure you're doing okay. Make it well. Make it happen. I love you guys. This is Charlie Chaz from CGM Theory Productions. Have an amazing night. Have an amazing Monday night. And here we go with the nice warm weather. A little rainy, but we're making it happen. So raise that bar. It's a win. And really, legacy becomes legend. So peace, love, and friendship. We'll see you soon. You take care. And it is Charlie Chuck Chaz from CGM3 Productions. Take care.